What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to the Everton Manchester United post-match analysis video. What a game this was. Man United got absolutely dominated, embarrassed, outschooled, outclassed. What on earth is going on at Manchester United? After they made Ole Gunnar Solskjaer permanent manager, it has been all downhill since then. And this team looks like as bad or maybe even slightly worse than they were under Jose Mourinho. This whole Man United squad needs an overhaul, and I lost almost all faith in Man United getting anything out of the Manchester derby. But I hope I'm wrong, honestly. I can't see anything else but Man City dominating Man United at Old Trafford and winning quite comfortably. But this has to wake them up. I mean, if there is any more, embarrassment left for Man United, it's going to get pretty ugly, because they already lost 6 games out of the last 8, and even in the games that they won against West Ham, against Watford at Old Trafford, they got dominated by the away side, and other than that they lost all the other games. And if you look at Manchester United's defense, I mean, they played Lindelof at right back, they played Dalot at left back, don't get me wrong, they are just not good enough, and also Phil Jones, Chris Smalling, I mean, their whole backline. Maybe Lindelof is good enough, but I would sell Jones, I would sell Smalling, I would buy a new right back, buy a new left back, buy a new centre back, and not somebody who is maybe good enough, but somebody like Kalidou Koulibaly, if I were Man United. Somebody who can come in straight away and he's a world-class centre back. You put him in and he's a leader. Look how much Van Dijk changed Liverpool. I'm sorry if you are a Man United fan and you don't look like you don't like me comparing Man United to Liverpool. But if you look at Liverpool were in a very similar position to Manchester United, having a couple of cup runs here and there in the Champions League, in the FA Cup, but never really challenging for the Premier League title until Jurgen Klopp came along and he started buying the right players. It's not enough that you have money, you have to buy the right players. Many teams spend a lot of money in the Premier League. I mean, Fulham spent the second most money behind Liverpool in the summer, and they got one of their worst seasons in the Premier League and they got relegated. So spending money is not enough. You have to buy the right kind of players, the players who fit the identity, the playing style of Manchester United. And I think Manchester United's decision making has been kind of reactive and without a real structure, a real plan. There is still no director of football who is responsible for identifying players and signing them. Ed Woodward is great at doing commercial deals, he's great at getting big sponsors, but he's not good enough at getting world-class players to sign for Man United, or players who are just on the verge of being world-class. And the recruitment is everything. If you don't spend the money on the right players who fit the club, who fit the system of the manager, and who also fit the Manchester United way, if you like, then you are just putting money down the toilet or throwing it out of the window. I mean, Lukaku for 70 or 80 million, he's nowhere near worth it. He should be scoring 30 goals every season with that amount of money. And I think there is still quite a few very talented players at Manchester United, but their defense keeps letting them down. I mean, if you take a look at how many goals Manchester United conceded, I mean, Manchester United conceded 48 goals, which is the most out of the top 7 teams. They conceded almost 2.5 the amount of goals that Liverpool conceded. Liverpool conceded 20 goals so far, Man United conceded 48. That's the benchmark, and Man City's conceded 22, so it's very close, I think, the two teams, and that's the benchmark. That's what Manchester United should be striving for, to build a side who can challenge Manchester City and Liverpool for the title, because I think those will be the two teams in the next, at least the next season, but even the next 2 or 3 seasons, who will be contenders for the title. So let me know what you think about this. And this Man United team is now honestly, I can't see them finishing in the top 4. But with the way that the other teams are playing, I mean, Tottenham lost against Man City, Arsenal at halftime and losing against Crystal Palace, of course they can still turn it around. But it looks like nobody wants that top 4 at the moment. I mean, of course they all want it, but they are not playing like it. And Everton probably will rue the first like 30 or 28 games of the season, because they could be in with a shout of finishing in a 6th or 5th place if they had a better first half of the season, because Everton recently have beaten Chelsea, they have beaten Arsenal, and now they have beaten Manchester United. Let's talk about Man United. They seriously need a whole new defense and probably a whole new midfield. Their front line is very good. Rashford, Martial, even Lukaku, they are very, very good players. Rashford will be world class. Martial, he missed a big sitter today, and normally he scores that chance 9 out of 10. So I don't think Man United need to buy any attacking players. What they need is more players who have leadership, who have grit, who have determination, who have a lot more character about themselves. And it's all about the management, in my opinion. There is no coincidence that David Moyes, Louis van Gaal, Jose Mourinho and now Ole Gunnar Solskjaer all failed spectacularly in the Premier League, that is, with this Manchester United team. Because yes, Man United, since Alex Ferguson left, they won the FA Cup, they won the Europa League, they won some trophies here and there. They haven't challenged for the Premier League title, and that's the benchmark for Manchester United. Nothing else is acceptable, and they spent £700 million. So it's not like they didn't spend any money, like clubs like Tottenham or Arsenal, who spent very little money. And even they look further and further away from challenging for the title each season as it progresses. Since Mourinho finished 2nd with Manchester United, they look miles away from challenging Liverpool and Man City, and it can't be fixed in just one transfer window. You can't sell 10 players and bring in 10 new players and expect to challenge for the title straight away. It just doesn't work like that. It maybe works like that in FIFA, but not in real life, definitely. And Man United, I think the players who are good enough for Manchester United are probably like Lukaku, Rashford, Martial. They are definitely good enough. I still think there is a player in Fred, but he shouldn't start for Man United. He should be a squad player, a player sitting on the bench. Matic, his legs are gone. Pogba, it looks like he's a show pony in like 5 or 6 games, and in 4 games out of 10 he does the business, he scores goals. Very rarely Pogba plays for himself, he doesn't play for a team. And I heard a very good analogy. Man United is the exact polar opposite of the Jurgen Klopp type of Liverpool side, because at Man United it looks like they are just a bunch of individuals thrown together, and they are not a team. They are not playing for each other. They are not breaking sweat for each other. Liverpool getting a point away at Everton doesn't seem like the worst result in the world. But I think if Liverpool don't win the title, and at the time of recording this video, Liverpool still haven't played Cardiff. So if Liverpool don't win the title, I think it will be because of an incredible Manchester City team, and not because of Liverpool thrown it away or bottled it or anything else nonsense like that. I mean, Liverpool are on course to finish with 90 points or even a lot more at the end of the season, and you can't fault Liverpool's application in this season. And honestly, we are having our best ever season. If that's still not good enough to beat a Manchester City side which probably cheated their way to the top of the Premier League, then what can you do? Go again next season. And Man City have quite a lot of key players, the wrong side of 30, so hopefully we can overtake them in the next few years. But thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed this. See you later guys, goodbye.